It's about 3 o'clock on a Thursday, and you can see here this is the Murraydale footpath that goes through the underpass. Here's the Marine Civic Centre station. The tracks are almost floating here, and this storm I think is only about halfway over. So access through the pipeline under the freeway is completely blocked here, just going over the top. Here I am on the other side of the station, looking back at the station here, and Civic Centre Drive is right here, and then the rail crossing. You can imagine if it was a king tide here. It's not a king tide today, but if it was a king tide, that water level would be about 3 feet higher, and I think it would be across the road here with this level of water coming through. So here you can see it is not a king tide today. The tide's pretty low actually. But over to the left here, this is the South Fork of the Gleaners Creek overflow. You can see that's happening. So Gleaners Creek South Fork is having trouble absorbing all this. I'm going to go back up there and show you where it comes from. So this is one flow into the South Fork of the Gleaners Creek, which is right there, and then the others coming underground. I'm going to show you the headwater of that through the underpass through the station. So here you can see that the drainage, which is to my right as we're looking forward, that's the drainage path, cannot cope with this amount of water coming through, and so it's running down here. Now it's across the tracks, it's merging with the stream on the other side, so the tracks here are completely underwater, and they went underwater in the last 10 minutes or so. When I came down here first, they weren't underwater, but now the tracks, at least the supports for the rails, are submerged. Everything's underwater. This is, I imagine, going to impact the tracks in some way. Certainly the train's not going to be running today. So this is where the water is supposed to run off, down here and through that culvert there, and of course it's completely overwhelmed by the volume coming through, and so now it's running down here in front of the station and merging with the stream, which has now overflowed its banks. And that's not going through the underpass either, it's coming straight over the top, and the rails are going underwater here. So at this point the track is underwater all the way down to the road there, and it's rising, it's getting worse inside. First arrived here. Here it's coming through from Los Ranchitos, and this is where the main flow through the Meadows is. It runs down the back of our house at Murraydale Avenue. Quite a lick coming through there. Here I am, North San Pedro Road. This is the water coming down from the tunnel, and you can see here it's pooling, it's having a hard time getting through here. This is on the west side of the track. I'm going to show you the east side, which is a much more difficult situation. So here on the east side we've got a massive flooding problem. There's a whole river coming out here, flowing down North San Pedro Road. I'm not sure where this comes from. It looks to me like it's coming under the track from the other side, because it can't all be coming from this side of the tunnel. But this is definitely the runoff from the tunnel, I think, here. I can't see it coming from anywhere else. And I'm going to show you this is the entrance to the First Congregational Church daycare center. They're not going to be able to get through there shortly. Okay, looking down North San Pedro Road, you can see these. It's a river coming through here. This is the flood out of the smart tracks. Gonna go over my boots here. Hell of a flow coming out. Okay. So here's the flow coming out. You could take a canoe down here, and then if you see it down by the, my God, don't want to walk through here. Here's the flow. Here's the flow down North San Pedro. That's the rail crossing at the top there, and it's going right here. This is the light at Merrydale, and it's going to flood out there, I think, soon. Massive river flowing through this apartment complex here. 4 people that live here. Oh my God.